What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Andy's Vintage Guitars. I am Andy and today I've got a 1989 Musicman Stingray from the Ernie Ball era. So this is after Musicman got, swap hands with Ernie Ball, the son of Sterling Ball, and became Ernie Ball Musicman. Now, being one of the early ones, this is from the 80s, the change was 84, when we, 84 sees the last of the pre-Ernie Ball without the Ernie Ball logo on it. Features change in 87, when from the 2-band EQ we moved to a 3, so we've got still the bass and the treble, but we've got the mid control knob as well. Now these basses of course are active. They don't have string through the body anymore, so that's something that was part of the first generation with the pre-Ernie Ball, but everything else is essentially the same. There's a 4-screw neck plate here, so they came out with 3, then they moved to 4, and then in 91 we moved to 6, so sturdy and stable. The truss rod adjustment as well is still on the headstock, where later on 1990, 1991, we moved down here with the one they're still using these days. Now for this era, so we still have a lacquered neck, something that stopped as well in the early 90s, and some of these have a beautiful Birdseye maple neck. A lot of them actually, I've seen a lot of them. This one has a nice solid piece of maple with a Birdseye. And yeah, I mean, they're beautiful. So to me, this is one of the best era. I'm a fanatic. I love vintage. The earlier the better. But I gotta admit, with the Musicman era, really there's something cool going on between, I'll say, 86, 87 and 1992. I found them to be always really good. Most of them are light, which is a good weight, especially for long gigs. They still have the big bridge with the mutes, which I love. Fortunately, that changed, came back with the classic series, but as a standard model, it's not available anymore. And yeah, of course, got the humbuckers, is active. They still have the metal plate here, the cover for the battery, which I don't really like the plastic one. Sorry, Musicman, I know it's easy because you clip and unclip, and this has a screw, so it takes a little bit more to access the battery, but I'd rather have a metal one. That's just me. But yeah, essentially the same as any pre-Ernie Ball, beside, as I said, the preamp change, of course, has got an extra mid control and doesn't have a string through, and there's a 4 instead of 3 screw, but the rest is still very close to a pre-Ernie Ball, except for the weight, because this is light. It does have the contour body, so there's a belly cut. It might help with the body, but yeah, definitely these, the timber they use on these is actually lighter. But there's something really cool about this one. It's rare. And why is it rare? It's rare because it's made of alder. So all these basses pretty much made of ash. There's been some poplars and some experiment, but alder was just available on Musicman from 1989 to 1990. Majority of them were 5 strings. I don't know if it was an experiment or whatever, but yeah, I have rarely seen 4 strings with alder, and it does change the sound. So very toppy, bitey Stingray, as we know, but with the alder body, it tames down and compresses the sound a little more. It makes it a little smoother, which I like, I really do. And yeah, so it's still the Stingray tone as we expect, but it does have a slightly mild top end compared to that brutal in-your-face Stingray, which of course that's the Stingray bass sound. I think we said enough, and we're gonna make some noise. Alright guys, and that's it from Andy and 1989 Musicman Stingray Bass. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and please, if you haven't, just spread the word. I've got more basses coming in. I'm trying to keep up. There's a few beautiful vintage, there's a P bass, and there's another couple of things that you really enjoy coming in the next few weeks. As I said many times, if you are a vintage fanatic like me, you know, you love old stuff, don't forget to check the rest of the content on my channel, because I've had so many beautiful instruments through the shop. And yeah, and if you are enjoying, come back, because I have some really cool stuff coming in, especially one bass I can only say is 63 years old, so it's pretty old, and it's called by many the Holy Grail of bass. So I leave that here, and I'll see you next time.